Our story begins at the Putney General Store, a day like any other day.
Hey Kevin, what are you up to?
Oh, hi Cindy. Not too much. I'm just trying to figure something out.
What's the problem?
Well, I was at the store with my mom today, and I decided to use some of my allowance to buy candy. There was a really great deal on chocolate bars. The deal was buy 2 bars and get the third one free. I couldn't pass that up. I love chocolate.
That's great, but it doesn't sound like a problem. It sounds like 3 chocolate bars.
That's true. But, on the way home, I was trying to figure out how much money I saved, compared to the regular price of a candy bar.
I see. So how much does just 1 bar normally cost?
Without the sale price, 1 chocolate bar costs $1.25.
Okay, so that means that you paid $2.50 for 3?
That's right. So, I think I need to divide $2.50 by 3, to figure out how much I paid for 1 candy bar. I know that each candy bar is cheaper than $1.25, but I don't know by how much. The problem is, I don't remember how to divide bigger numbers, or decimals.
If you'd like, I can help you with that. Let's ride our bikes over to Putney Central and see if we can use a whiteboard to write out the work.
Cool, a bike ride sounds like fun.
Okay, so here we are. Let's figure out how much you paid for one of those chocolate bars. Let's go through the steps of long division. It's really not so bad, once you see the pattern. It's simply a matter of repeating the same 4 steps until you run out of digits.
Okay, let's give it a try. Thanks for helping me.
No problem. First you set up the problem with the dividend, the number you are dividing into, under the division symbol, and the divisor, the number you are dividing by, in front.
That's not so hard. What's the next step?
So, next you need to divide the divisor by the digit of the dividend farthest to the left. In this case, we would divide 3 into 2.
But 3 doesn't divide into 2. What do we do now?
Okay, so sometimes this will happen. In this case, write a 0 above the 2, and bring up the decimal point. We need to now move to the right, and use the next digit, which is a 5.
So does that mean we need to divide 3 into 25?
That's right. How many times does 3 divide into 25, without exceeding 25?
8 times I think. Because 8 times 3 is 24.
That's exactly right. So, we put the 8 above the 5 because we divided 3 into 25, not 2, and then write the product of 8 and 3 underneath the 25, like this.
Okay, I've got that so far. Now what do we do?
Now we subtract the 24 from the 25, which is 1. We draw a line under the 24 and write the 1 under the line.
Got it. What happens next?
Okay, so next we move further to the right and the dividend to the 0. We bring this number down next to the 1. Next, we divide 3 into 10.
Okay, 3 goes into 10, 3 times, because 3 times 3 is 9.
Excellent. So, we are now back to this step from the beginning. We write the 3 above the 0, and the 9 below the 10. Do you remember what step comes next?
I think so. Do we subtract the 9 from the 10?
Exactly right. So, we get 1 again after we subtract. As you know, you can add as many zeros as you'd like to a decimal after the last digit, and it doesn't change the value. Since we are out of digits in 2.50, we can add another 0, so we would have 2.500.
Well, it looks like we will just get another 3 above and 1 for a remainder, so the process keeps going on and on, if we add more zeros. When does it stop?
Well, it turns out that it never will. This is an example of a repeating decimal. The 3 will repeat forever.
Does that mean that it's an infinite amount of money? I wouldn't want to have to pay an infinite amount of money for something.
Well, not exactly. When you are dealing with money, a repeated decimal can be rounded. Since you have 0.83333 repeating, you can round it to the nearest cent.
So it would be 83 cents?
Correct. Now that we know each candy bar cost you 83 cents, let's sit down and figure out how much you saved on each one.
Sounds good. Well, if each bar normally costs $1.25, but costs 83 cents with the sale, I saved 42 cents on each bar.
Not a bad deal. Hey, that was pretty fun working the problem out on the board. Plus, I'm pretty sure we have a test on long division in math class soon.
Yes, I think we do. I suppose it was kind of fun, and good for me to practice. I'm afraid I'm going to forget all of those steps though. Do you know of any way to remember them?
Yes, I do know of a couple of ways to remember them. The 4 major steps in long division are 1. Divide. 2. Multiply. 3. Subtract. And 4. Bring down. There is a funny way to remember these steps. You know what a mnemonic device is?
Yeah, I think so. Is it a way to remember something, like a list of words or how to spell something?
That's right. So, the 4 steps that I mentioned start with the letters D, M, S, and B. One mnemonic device I've heard for this is, dead monkeys smell bad.
Oh, I bet that's true. I think I can remember that one.
Another one I have heard is, don't make skunks barf.
I think I like that one the best. I suppose I could think of my own. Hey, we should think of some and tell our friends and our math teacher. I bet she would like that.
Definitely. Thanks for hanging out, that was fun. I need to head home now, it's getting late. Time really flew by.
Okay, thanks for helping me out. Here, have one of my chocolate bars.
Thanks.
No problem. See you in math class on Monday.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching. Check what you learned with this next problem.
Try dividing 34.7 by 4. Pause this presentation, do the work, and find a solution. When you are ready, unpause the presentation to check your answer.
The correct answer is 8.675. Did you get it right? Keep practicing your long division. See you next time.